James, we have got you live. We've not started, but we're about to, so I wanted to let everyone verify that you are with us electronically.
All right, good to go.
Chairman, Dwayne, Jennifer, we have one electronic.
And another one.
Thanks, James.
I'm the audience.
We got you. Okay.
Let me know if it's loud, I'll mute my side.
Okay, I'll turn you down, but I think you can still hear us. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, super.
All right, we'll call this meeting to order. Opening session, invocation be given to me, and the pledge of allegiance will be given to my case. Let us pray. Most gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this great day, Father. We thank you for life that you give us and life abundant you give us every day, Father. Lord, I just pray for Miss Stone Cypher tonight, Lord, that you continue to heal his body and his back, Father, and make him whole and normal where he can walk upright, Father, and no pain. Now, thank you for doing that in advance tonight, Father. Lord, I ask that everything we do tonight be pleasing and first and foremost to you, Father, and be for the best interest of the children of Overton County, Father. Father, I thank you for all you do for us, and ask you to give us when we fail you. For in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, number 4, approve the minutes of the July 14th, 2026 meeting.
I make the motion.
Motion by William Ashton, second by Shirley. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Number 5, any additions or deletions to the proposed agenda?
Yeah, so under the consent agenda, if we can add number 4, fiscal year 27, 177, education capital projects revision 1.
That'll be number 4. All right.
What about the work session? Do you have to add stuff to the work session too, or we just bring it?
It's not on, I think, what you want.
It's not on this one.
You don't have to add it.
You
can
can
bring it
add
up.
it regardless, it's on there. Yeah, I need a second on that motion.
I make the second.
Second by William Ashton. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, first thing, no executive action items tonight. Consent agenda items. Livingston Academy overnight soccer trip to compete in Gatlinburg Rocky Top Tournament in Gatlinburg, September the 4th through September the 5th of 2026.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by
Wait
Shirley.
a second,
Second
can we back up
Yeah.
and do the approval of the agenda now that we did the addition?
Oh, we have missed, I'm sorry, that's
No
my
worries.
fault. Number 6, approve the August 2011 meeting tonight. August 11, 2026 meeting.
I make that
Motion
motion.
by Williams, second by Ashley. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Now back on the consent agenda item. Livingston Academy overnight soccer trip to compete in Gatlinburg Rocky Top Tournament in Gatlinburg, September 4th and September the 5th of 2026.
We just did that. I did it.
Can we get a second on that?
I did it.
We had to
And
back-
she
we had to back-
said it.
We had
second.
to back up, now we'll do,
Okay.
okay. Sure.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 2, fiscal year 27, 141 general purpose schools revision 1. Motion by Mike Hayes, second by Ashley Carr. Any discussion? No discussion. All in favor?
Do you want to tell them about the 141, that grant that we just got at the very end? That's on here.
Okay, I didn't know that's where that was at. We did get approved for a grant, from the state for 63,000, what was it, 63,000 something. And we are going to be replacing some HVAC units at Rickman that did not get replaced during, when we had the extra funds. So we replaced a bunch, but there are some more that still need to be replaced. So that's the money that we're using for that. We have a year to do it, and Steve's working on getting the quotes and gonna do bids and all that stuff, so.
That's good. Well, I got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Number 3, fiscal year 27, 142 federal projects revision 1. Any discussion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Ben Daniel, second by Shirley. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. On the new business items, number 1, consider approval of the following, number 4, I see it, number 4. Number 4, back up. is fiscal year 27-177 education capital project revision 1. That was added. Motion by Mike Hayes, second by Ashley Carr. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Now back to new business. Consider the approval of the following letters of resignation. Tristica Hicks, Ambrina Smith, Jason Cantor as Transportation Coordinator, and Wynn Wilson. Need a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Ashley Carr, second by Ben Danner. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Number 2, consider approval of the following building program project change orders. Allen's Elementary project change order number 001. Contract sum increase of $119,689 for a new contract sum of $3,643,189.
What is that?
Mike, what's
So, did you read both of them, Hillham too?
Okay, and Hillham Elementary project order, change order 001, contract sum increase of $24,071.06 for a new contract sum of $4,512,971.06.
So basically what we're doing is we're adding money into the contingency cost. Allen's, the paving around the back area is gonna cost about $78,000, which pushed us over our contingency. Then Hillham, a few things pushed us over the contingency, which we'll still have money in the contingency when we approve this. The last update I gave you on, Crystal emailed out to you, I went ahead and added that amount in Allen's and Hillham, which our total from our $20 million, our $14 million bond and our 6 from fund balance, we're still $1.1 million better, that we're gonna look at doing other stuff with, but this is just to help pay for some of that contingency. So we're not overspending anything, it's just, we had to do a change order since we're adding to that approved contract amount, so.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Ben Danner, second by Melissa Savage.
We have to do a roll call.
We have to do a
because
roll
we're
call
changing
on
names.
this. Ms. Crystal?
Okay. William Abston,
Yes.
Ashley Carr,
Yes.
James Klaus, Ben Danner,
Yes.
Ricky Dodson.
Yes.
Mike Hayes.
Yes.
Shirley Myers.
Yes.
Melissa Savage.
Yes.
So we have 8-4-0 opposed, or 0 opposed, motion passes.
All right. Move on to number 3, consider approval of 2026 and 27 Overton County School Board meeting schedule. You should have had that in your packet.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Ashley Carr, seconded by William Aston. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Motion carried. Consider approval of 2026 and 2027 differential pay plan.
This is one where we added, in our strategic plan, we had said that we would add the special ed teachers that do inclusion, they will get an additional $3,000. We already have our behavior and CDC in there, so it's kind of like a hard to staff position, and we had to talk some teachers into going back into SPED who have a SPED degree, and that kind of helped us to be able to do that and to be able to hire SPED teachers. So that was one of the things that was in our strategic plan to do year 2, and so this is year 2, so that's what I added into the differentiated plan.
How many teachers do we have that's on the differentiated
I
plan?
think it was 12. She has that down, but it's in the plan. I think you have it in there, it's just printed off. I think it was 12. It's the ones that do inclusion at every school. And that's not in addition to the CDC and behavior still get their $5,000, but this will be a $3,000 for just the inclusion SPED teachers.
Form stack.
All right, I'll entertain a motion. Motion by Ben Danner,
Second.
seconded by Shirley Myers. Any more discussion? We'll need a roll call on this, too.
All right. William Abston,
Yes.
Ashley Carr,
Yes.
James Klaus, Ben Danner,
Yes.
Ricky Dodson,
Yes.
Mike Hayes,
Yes.
Shirley Myers.
Yes.
Melissa Savage.
Yes.
8-0 opposed, motion passes.
All right, move on to number 5, consider approval of contract between Overton County Board of Education and Deborah L. Curley Communication Consultants, LLC, Sidekick Therapy Partners for Speech Therapy Services, July the 1st of 2026 through 5/31 of 2027. Entertain a motion.
Will they take the students that was under siege of Trish?
Yeah, we don't have anybody, and we posted it, we didn't get anybody, and there is someone who's working on getting it, but they won't be finished till May, so.
I know that they said that some of this, they were gonna do insurance on that.
Mhm.
The students
Take
that
care.
are eligible for that, how much more do we have to pay for the students that aren't on like teen care or?
Should be.
I've read over it.
Oops, I'm sorry. $90 an hour for speech language therapy services, or $22.50 for 15-minute increments thereof.
Motion by Ben Danner, second by Ashley Carr. Any more discussion? Should we do a roll call on this?
You guys want to, or? it's
I
up to
think we
you?
should make the contract, I think we should.
Okay. All right, Melissa Savage.
Yes.
Shirley Myers.
Yes.
Mike Hayes.
Yes.
Ricky Dodson.
Yes.
Ben Danner.
Yes.
James Klaus. Ashley Carr.
Yes.
William Abston.
Yes.
8-0 opposed, motion passes.
All right, we're gonna read for you now. Number 6, consider second reading approval of the following board policies as recommended by TSBA. 1.400 school board meetings, 1.403 agendas, 1.404 appeals and appearances before the board, 1.905 charter school renewal, 2.100 fiscal management goals, 2.200 annual operating budget, 4.213 family life education, 4.215 instructional use of digital devices, 4.301 interscholastic athletes, 4.600 grading system, 4.603 promotion and retention, 4.605 graduation requirements, 5.106 application and employment, 5.110 compensation guides and contracts, 5.200 separation practices for tenured teachers, 5.201 separation practice for non-tenured teachers, 5.302 sick leave, 5.303 personal and professional leave, 5.600 staff rights and responsibilities, 5.801 director of schools recruitment and selection, 6.200 attendance, 6.202 homeschools, 6.205 student assignments, 6.303 questioning students in searches, 6.306 interference, disruption in school activities, 6.318 omission of suspended or expelled students, 6.412 emergency allergy response plan, 6.506 students from military families, and 6.4053 outside applied behavior analysis therapy. That's included in the July packet.
Motion.
Motion by Ben Danner, second by Ashley Carr. Any discussion?
I have a question. Did they just renew all of these at the beginning of the year? Is that what this is about?
Yes, in June, they send out from TSBA all of the updated legislative changes that happened. So these new laws went into effect July 1st, so this
Okay.
coincides with
I
all the
thought
new
that's
laws.
what it was, whatever it happened. Great.
Any more discussion? I need a.
I
done
make
got
a motion.
I done got a motion.
Oh, no.
Motion by Shirley Myers, second by Ashley Carr. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Consider approval, number 8, consider approval of contract between Overton County Board of Education and Kids First Pediatric Therapies for occupational therapy and speech therapy services.
Skip number 7, it's one more, sorry, there was one, and this one is the first reading.
Okay. We're back up to number 7. Consider the first reading approval for the following board policy. 4.215, instructional use of digital devices.
Did it change? I don't have an attachment.
We changed it, it's K-5 for the state, but we changed it to K-8 for Overton County because we felt like that was where we were having a lot of our issues was the chatting back and forth, so we put K-8 for the email. We took the email access out for K-8 students.
Any more discussion? Motion by Ben Danner, second by Ashley Carr. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Now to number 8. Consider approval of contract between Overton County Board of Education and Kids First Pediatric Therapies for occupational therapy and speech therapy services, starting July the 1st through June the 30th, 2027.
What's the difference in that one and the other one?
They just couldn't handle all of them.
They couldn't,
We,
okay.
we have so many
Yeah,
on our
okay.
caseloads that they couldn't handle, so we had to contract out to
I make
them.
a motion to approve it too.
Motion by Ben Danner. Second by Melissa Savage. We want to do a roll call on that.
William Abston,
Yes.
Ashley Carr,
Yes.
James Klaus, Ben Danner,
Yes.
Ricky Dodson,
Yes.
Mike Hayes.
Yes.
Shirley Myers.
Yes.
Melissa Savage. 8-4-0, opposed, motion passes.
All right, on the special recognitions, Miss Alice Reed is not here tonight, but she's been a faithful person on the school board, and I appreciate her. I'm gonna let you talk now about her. Anybody want to say anything about Shirley? I mean, Ashley? Alice.
Whatever, it's okay, it'll be over soon.
I just want to thank her for all of her years
Yes.
in education and all the lives that she's influenced. We'll miss her.
How many years has she is?
20-some, what?
Four.
I mean, as principal.
Well, I mean, altogether, she's in the,
Oh, yeah.
Do you
She's
remember,
in
it was
everything.
way up.
so she must have been like 7 when we hired her, I guess. So I guess we didn't have child labor.
She's on the school board.
Well, then she, 40 years at least.
But up there, I mean, there's no laws like that, so.
Yeah, she's on the school board for a term and a half.
Yeah, I just want to thank her for her service and welcome Sheila as the new school board member.
She got down here all by herself.
All right.
She's
She's on here.
60 years from. She was taught for 60 years.
60 years.
Teaching principal and school board.
She was 60 years old.
We're not going to go there.
OCEA, Miss Jennifer Hull.
Hi there. Well, I'm just going to jump on the bandwagon of thanking Miss Alice Reed. She's been very supportive of the teachers, which in turn supports the students. She's been a great school board member. You got big shoes to fill, Miss Sheila, but we have confidence you'll be able to do it. We've got the school year rolling. 3 days down, 177 to go. But who's counting? No, it seems to be off to a really smooth start. We had a great in-service countywide. Ms. Dillon was the hero, announcing to the teachers about the new pay schedule that have us being paid in August. Yeah, the big concern was to make sure that next time around it's the middle of August, just like and that's the plan, right? Next year it'll be the 15th of August?
Well, we can't do the 15th because you're actually getting paid for that month. It is an August paycheck, and I was told you have to work so many days before you can get paid.
Okay.
That's why we had to push it back to the last day of the month.
Or it would be considered paid in advance if I can't advance pay.
Yeah.
You have to work 15 days.
I
Okay,
promise
so-
I tried. I really did. I worked it. I mean, I really wanted to make this announcement.
Yeah.
And so that was something.
Yeah,
we-
that was a little concern with some people because, you
Yes.
know, if they have their bills scheduled or whatever. So if there was any way, maybe you could set it up where there would be 2 draws that month and maybe they could get half a draw and then, I don't know, maybe you can work on that.
I'll talk to Sherry.
But
She'll feel
Otherwise,
it, I'll talk to her.
I think
So that's the
everything
deduction.
is going really, really smooth. The only hiccup anybody's having is with this construction. Hopefully that will wrap itself up and be like childbirth. We'll all forget how painful it was. But it's a long labor.
You'll love it once it's done.
Yes, we
It's
will.
what we have to keep telling ourselves.
Yes, yes, yes. It'll be a great child when it gets here. But anyway, that's all I got.
All right, thank you. Got any public comment tonight?
No.
Wait. Wait.
All right.
I make a motion to adjourn.
He's out.
Motion by William Ashford.
Second.
Second by Ben Danner. Meeting's adjourned. All right, everybody ready to go on?
Ricky, that was my fault. I told you we didn't have a second, or a minute ago, we didn't have a motion. So that number 7 was my fault that you skipped it. Sorry about that.
We got to go back here.
No.
No, I was just apologizing because that was my fault.
All right, everybody ready to go into work session?
Yes.
All right, number 1 is the building program update with Mr. Mike Hayes.
So everything's going, chugging right along. So currently at Rickman, the playground equipment was installed. They're missing a few parts from the swing sets. So before the company will certify that, we're gonna have to spend about $1,200 to $1,800, which we've got that contingency. Steve was very well pleased with the company that installed them back. They look great. He's repainted the swing sets. Once those get up, he'll have to put a safety fence around the new playground area while the construction's going on. We did find out that we'll have to extend the current handicap ramp to the new playground area. So we'll get a cost on that, and I'll update that file, but we're good on contingency money at Rickman. Lunchroom, they're using it now. The new lunchroom, the floors, the polished concrete, they're not gonna be able to get that done until the break. So when they do that, they're gonna put the new tile down for the new part and the old part, and it'll all be done during break. Hillham, we talked about the walking track. I talked to Ben about it a little bit earlier. So they had to tear up half the walking track that they got a grant for through the county a few years ago. One of the things that the architect discussed with Steve and I was, since we have the new road going around from the side street all the way around the school, and it's double laned, the kids could use it for a walking track, and we could save about $50,000 by not putting the existing walking track back in the middle. So I'm gonna look at it just to make sure that there's gonna be a gate going up by the fire department. That way vehicles can't go in during the day while kids are out there. If they can't and it's secure, then we could probably save money by not putting that concrete, that walking track back near the playground. But that's it. Allen's, every time I go there, it looks like it's about done any day, but that's the update for now. So there's another meeting next Wednesday. I think it's the 19th, if anybody wants to attend, so.
All right.
They're talking about the building stuff. I talked to William last week. I was out there at Wilson, election day, and I don't know if anybody's ever noticed, but the handicap ramp is all the way at the end of the school, away from the gym. So when people came to go vote or do anything and they let them off, they had to go all the way across the whole parking lot to get on the ramp at almost the end of the school to come all the way back to the gym. I just wondered if there's a way to look at maybe, and I know the middle school, you go in the ramp right there and that's where you go in the gym, but like if somebody goes to a ball game at Wilson, they gotta go plumb to the other end of the school and wheel themselves back. I just wonder if other school, I don't know about, I don't think Hillham's, that ramp is not that far from the gym, but the one in Wilson, a lot of people, they use it for voting, they had to go a long way to get on there.
I'll discuss it with Steve, and we'll look at it.
Okay.
The easiest way maybe to do that is.
Any more questions?
Or into the gym. Just bring it down from that, and you can make the parking lot on the side.
Yeah.
Just pour a new slab of concrete right that way.
Any more on the building program? All right, we'll move on to number 2, support staff pay for behavioral specialists.
On our support staff pay scale, we have a line for our behavior specialist. It also has the occupational therapist on there, but we don't currently have one. It has been frozen. That was, I guess, when she was hired. And I was wondering if we could unfreeze that and make this person get the normal raises and step raises like everyone else. Does that make sense? I mean, it's like I guess it was frozen for a reason. I don't know the reason, but she's not even getting like cost of living raises. So like the dollar raise that everyone gets, she's not getting, so.
Behavior specialist, what degree do they have?
She has I wanna say she has a doctorate. She has,
So would it be easier for us to switch the behavior specialist and pay her on maybe the teacher pay scale instead of?
We can't, because she's not a licensed teacher, so she
She doesn't
can't
have a
be on a
license.
certified scale, so she has to be on support, and that actually ties into why that pay was frozen. There is a law about they have to make less than a certified teacher, and at that time, I guess that was what that rate was. And so it had to stay $100 or $1,000 under that licensed teacher, rate for us to be able to hire her in that position. So that all tied, but we have done increases since then, so it would, I think.
she's been with us a few years, so,
Do we need to move that back to where it is within that $1,000 of the teacher, or do we need to, how do we need to do that? 'Cause
Did you know?
As far as their pay, so is it based on 7.5 hours a day, 180, 200 days, or how?
she's 100, I would guess she's 180 days. Because she doesn't have to do the
what is the pay rate of
extra
that?
days, but she might be 200. Sherry might know.
I was gonna say Sherry. Thought she named it.
I was just trying to get a kind of salary amount, what she's
Yeah.
making now.
She had just mentioned to me that, I mean, she's not had a raise since she's been here, and, cost of living and,
How much is the?
Yeah, 200 days would be 52,590, so that's probably 180, because the starting teacher's what, 50?
she's right here.
So how, I guess my question is, how are we planning on doing that right there and
She's
keeping
got
it
it.
under the,
She's 180. She's 180 days. I don't know, I just hate to see somebody working and never getting a raise, you know?
No,
You
I-
don't really have anything to work for if you're never gonna get a raise. So I understood where she was coming from, because I would feel the same way if I was just working every year with no chance at ever moving up, so.
one, I'm okay with that. I just don't wanna make sure we've gotta stay at a certain, below a certain certified teacher amount, how,
How many people do we have that's in that situation that never
I
gets?
think she's
We
the
had-
only one.
I think we have one more, Teresa.
Oh, yeah, we have a college and career coordinator as well that is not in the same
Why
boat.
couldn't we fix both of them on that?
I feel like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I mean, if it keeps us in the same thing, we could go up like the same amount that we do with the rest of the support
support
staff
staff,
on there or
that's
something.
what I was thinking.
Or is it, do we need to do they need to have a little bit more of a?
I think if you just follow like the years of service and like the dollar raise that we give, I think that will.
I mean, we need to fix it sometime, because if they quit or retire, we're gonna hire somebody and tell them they'll never get it right. I mean, that won't work, you know, I mean.
Your salary's frozen.
Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't, you probably wouldn't get anybody to apply for it, I
Yeah.
mean, so that needs to be fixed.
But no, yeah, that, I guess we'll just get the step raise together on there and see, and then we can put it on the agenda for the next meeting and, yeah,
We'll have to share your work on that.
and find out how much it's gonna cost and all of that and everything.
Any more discussion on that? All right, we'll move on to number 3, middle school band director pay.
He's not on this list originally.
Yes, it's on the other side, so, there's a band, the high school band, and then on the other side is the middle school band. And, he did not actually approach me, Mr. Dingwall did on his behalf, because he participates in all the high school competitions, he goes to all the camps and goes to, anything that the high school does, as well as working with the middle schools.
So this is him at 600?
That's him at $600.
How does that compare to the rest of the counties around us? With the middle school?
You know, I don't think he's like the middle school band directors in the county, because it's almost like he does the middle school, but then he
He's like the
assists
assistant.
Greg at the high school too, so I don't know if that's a good comparison.
Shouldn't it be
but-
close to about half of what the high school one is? I mean,
Well, if you do an
Yeah,
assistant position,
The only middle school assistant on this scale is a football.
Yeah.
So they get half of what the head coach gets.
Well,
And they get $2,400.
he would be an assistant to the high school though, not an assistant to the middle school.
but I
Oh.
mean, even if he was assistant, if he
Because
could
he
handle.
does middle school
If
on
he
his
could
day.
handle the,
3,300 for the head.
could he handle the band director for the middle school and be the assistant for, which it sounds like that's
I
what
mean,
he's
he's
doing
basically already doing it.
So if we did the assistant for a band director there, which means that that would be half that plus the 600, he's in both positions.
If he's doing both, I say move him up to like 24.
Yes.
That's equivalent to a middle school football because he's doing assistant for the high school and the middle school.
I don't know how much extracurricular he has to do with the middle school. I know they have concerts. How often, I don't know, and I just know that he does help a lot with the high school.
Because if you did both of those on there, then you're looking at, the new supplement would be $2,250. Because if you did half of there to do like the assistant for the band director of the high school plus the 600 for the middle school, that would put him at $2,250. What do you all think of that?
yeah, well, that's the same difference like when I brought up last month about the cross country, you know. I mean, if you see what, I mean, the middle school's $750 and they're doing boys and girls, they got 40 runners. And they have boys and girls. The high school's got 8 runners and they get paid $2,100 times 2 because they got boys and girls. So they're paid $4,200 and the middle school one's got 5 times as many runners and only paid $700 and something. So, I mean, I think that one needs to change too, because, I mean, at least to pay them $750 a piece for boys and girls doing both of them, you know, because that one person's doing it, and they go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 different track events. The middle school does. They got, I mean, a whole lot of kids doing it.
They're the entire county, correct?
Yeah.
Well, what if we did,
What if we just added cross-country boys and cross-country girls, do them both at $750 a piece, and whoever has that gets the supplement?
Yeah, I do better want to.
Separate boys and girls, but then if they
Yeah,
do it
if it's
both,
the
they
same
get
coach, they
paid.
get both.
They just get both supplements.
well, let me ask you this right here. So like if you do like the cheerleading and the cheer and dance for the entire school, because if we move them up, depending, trying to think how we're gonna make it fair, because then we're gonna be right back in with wrestling head and fishing junior head.
I mean, the one thing, you know, $750 a piece, that's low. I mean, we don't have nobody else doing anything for less than.
Yeah, coaching wise.
I mean, I don't know if it don't need to be.
Well, I mean, the lowest one would be the coach for the wrestling coach, and that's $1,200. So, I mean, that would put them above that, but then,
Well, for separating though, it would be like 2 separate teams. If there's 40 kids, you could pretty much say
I mean,
that's.
even with
But like soccer heads, 1,200 for boys, 1,200 for girls.
750 would be 1,500. So, I mean, that puts them right at what the fishing head's making. Then, are we gonna have the wrestling head coach go back and say, well, they're all getting 1,500?
I mean,
No,
I'm
then you
fine.
have the soccer is at 1,200 too, so.
Well, in the soccer, you do have the boys and the girls
Yes.
on there.
Mhm.
Now, the wrestling, I know that we probably typically have mainly boys that are doing that, but if a girl comes and said, hey, I want to be on the wrestling team, we've got to open that also.
Yeah, the cross country, the 750 doesn't seem
So if we move it to 50.
good in relation to the other coaches supplements. Maybe
And I'd say get with Leslie because she kind of put this together. And maybe, and I'm just speculating, maybe at the time the attendance wasn't that great. Maybe that's why they put it at that rate, I don't know.
I mean, I'm just going off, the high school, we're paying 4,200 for 8 kids, and we're
Yeah.
paying 750 for them to coach 4
And I'm
kids
saying
in
maybe
middle
when they
school.
did this, maybe they didn't have.
They didn't have that.
Yeah.
They didn't have that.
So we can look at that right there too, but then we need to look at the wrestling head coach too, because
Yeah.
that's, at that, we need to,
How many do we have wrestling in the middle school?
That's what I say, I'd like to see a number on that before we change
Yeah,
that.
Because wrestling, it's the same wrestling coach at the high school for boys and girls, I guess.
Yeah, Cody Newman does that, I think, yeah.
Because that one,
cause I mean, that's $3,600 in the
Yeah.
high school. Which I understand on there, I just wanna make sure that it's fair and we're not coming back next month and saying, oh, we treated this person unfairly, we're gonna have to do this. Let's try to encompass everybody at once if we're gonna make the change.
What's everybody think?
Well, I can find out how many middle school students, how many middle school wrestlers we have.
So we'll check and see with Leslie about what the cross-country person gets.
and is that same person the track coach at high school too? When the cross country and track both listed separate.
I don't know who the track
Cross-country
coach is
and
now. Years
the boys
ago,
and girls at the high school.
I know, but then there's track.
years
boys and
ago,
girls.
the show lady
Boys
did
and
the track.
girls too at the
And
high
I don't
school.
know, she also did cross-country too, didn't she? She did both of them? Yeah. And Cody did.
Yeah,
Straight.
there's two different ones.
Yeah.
They used to have two different coaches, I think. Maybe, no, she did both, didn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, I can ask.
So that might be, we need to do
I mean,
a.
cause it's like
board review
7,000
of
something.
this.
I don't know how many's in track though too, that may be, cross country, high school.
Yes. So it's 36.
And Mike, was there a note though one time that if they were the same coach, they didn't get both? Was that, am I remembering that right? I wonder if that's something to do with that.
I thought that was, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm trying to remember back. Because at one point, like football, they had to pay for like an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator. But yet if they were the head coach and did the offense, they couldn't double dip and get both.
But you can
Maybe
coach
what
a boys'
I'm
girl
trying to
team
think
and a
of.
girls' team, because I coach boys and girls at LMS and.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remembered some note and I couldn't
Yeah.
remember what.
I didn't think like one person can claim two different on the same team.
On the same
Like,
Okay.
grade.
you know, I'm the coach and the
And
assistant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something like that. I remember some note being on there.
Because that also goes if the same wrestling coach is doing the boys and the girls at the high school and then doing the middle school, that's 3.
I don't think he's doing,
It's kind of like the building program, you're the over and assistant also, right?
Secretary,
Yeah.
treasurer.
We appreciate you doing that too, I'm glad you did that.
Crystal's the treasurer. Kim just signs the papers.
Any more discussion? Ms. Dillon's gonna check on this stuff for us.
You
Yeah.
can look at all the numbers.
Yeah, if you don't care
and
to
the
get all
last
of
one
them.
is, the assistant high school dance coach. That's also on this. We don't have one because
What about the
Dance.
dance ed?
we have a dance head coach on here. And it wasn't put on here that they do football and basketball, but they now do football and basketball, so she's asking for an assistant.
So she already gets $3,600?
She gets the head coach pay,
Assistant, assistant.
and she's asking if she can get an assistant because she does football and basketball.
So that may be something to look at some surrounding area pay scales and see what they have on that also.
You didn't used to
I know
have
they
dance
do a
coaches.
assistant cheer coach. It's right above that, but the cheer coach pay is, supplement's different, so,
I think we did half of that.
yeah.
All right, she's gonna check on that. Anything else on this?
This isn't on this, but I think it's good that we let the students pick what school they want to go to. But I think that since our county is growing, I think we need to look at zoning. Could we maybe add that?
It eventually will come to that. It's just one of those things that we do need to look at the implications of it and how it would help and cost-wise, what would go into that and all that, so that we can see, so we can be more well-informed on what it would mean.
Be prepared.
Yeah.
I know there's some numbers down at the smaller schools and.
I can tell you, we lost about 40 kids at a school and had to absorb 4 positions because of it. We had to move them to other schools, so it is a big deal.
I just hate to lose teachers too if they're used to one school and they're not, they get moved and they're not happy and then they go to a different county or something. I would hate to lose what we have here in our county. I would like to maybe make that an option.
All right, anybody else got anything on the work session? Benny, got anything you want to say?
No.
Melissa? Miss Shirley?
I'm happy to be back.
I'm glad you're
Glad
happy
you're
about
back.
it.
If you voted for me, thanks. That would be Mike, he lives in the city. There's 2 of us here.
Mike?
I'm good, thank you.
Ashley?
No, thank you.
William?
Good.
Christie? Miss Dillon?
No, I hope Alice comes back because I would really like to give her the hug that she gave me when I so needed it one day. So Alice, if you're listening, please come back so I can give you your final hug.
I did want to say, welcome back, teachers. I know it's probably a lot for day 2 because my little girl, she's a handful, but I do appreciate everything that you guys do.
All right, first thing on the agenda next month will be electing a new chairman and new vice chairman. Then we'll go to District 5. All right, if that's it.
That's the car.
If that's it, we're done.
Actually,